Guys, so I am heading off to PetSmart. I know I said I didn't have any spending money, but really I do have like a couple of dollars floating around here and there on cards. I have a Paw Tree card, and Paw Tree is a pet business, food, treats, things like that. And right now they just focus on dogs and cats. But hopefully as they get older, they're like a 4-year-old company-ish at this point. Hopefully as they get a little older, they will cater to different animals. When they started out, they were simply dogs. They weren't even cats. But anyway, I'm a representative for them, called a Pet Pro, and I'm no Pet Pro, but when I do make sales on that, it gets loaded to my Paw Tree card. I have a couple of dollars floating on that. In my own bank account, because we have a bank account that's joint, that all of our bill money and all of our budget money and everything goes into that. Everything important goes into that. The account that's mine, which was mine before I met my husband, so I just kept it. My spending money goes into there. I've got a couple dollars on that. So there's like probably and some change on both cards. So if I were to add that up, it's probably a little over $5. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, and if I have to dip into like the credit card for like $1, I'll do that. So, I'm going to go and see if that one female beta is still there that I was really highly debating over the day that I got Gamma. If she's not, maybe I'll go with a different one. I do want to put a number of 5 back into that tank. So, I'm going to see what I can do. And seriously, guys, I look at Zeta and I see how small she is, and the sad thing is Lambda and Itsy Bitsy were even smaller, not by a lot, but it was noticeable. How old are these poor little girls? How old are they, or how young are they? I will insert a picture here that actually, it's hard to see the size of them when they're on their own. But I managed to get a shot of Zeta in the bowl and Alpha next to her. So you could see the significant size difference in these betas. I know he's a male, but even still, if I did that with next to one of the females, you'd notice just the craziness in the difference of size. So I will insert that picture so you can see that. I am going to head off to PetSmart and see if that one girl is still there. If she's not, let's take a look at the others. Can you see just how tiny she is next to Alpha? I mean, good grief. right now. Decisions, decisions. So some of the same females were here. Some of them were not. Excuse me. So, yeah, I was trying to make a decision on who I wanted. I wanted somebody, again, of a different color. It had to be, she had to be very affordable because I only had that little itsy bitsy bit of money to work with. So, and the cheapest females there were veil tails. So I was focusing more on looking at those. I really liked this one here. Very pale colors, but still very pretty. I was having such a hard time. Now, this one was pretty as well. I was having such a hard time deciding, you guys. But that one there was a crown tail. So that one was going to be a little bit more than what I had to work with money-wise. So, you know, I did have to make some decisions. So naturally, I just kept looking them over and looking them over and looking them over and looking them over. Took a little break from the bettas and checked out some of the small animals. These ones were super cute, and I was so excited to see how much hay they had. Did you see that? This one was not out. We're back to the fish, but that one little gerbil hamster was not out the last time I looked. This is who I decided on, guys. She's super pretty. She's got a pale body, and she's got, you know, a red head and red fins and a red tail. It was so hard to get a good view of her because of the sun, but she is super pretty. So I was back and forth with her and a different one, but I really like her. I'm glad. So here we are back home. There's little Zeta, little tiny Zeta, and Alpha, of course. And then we've got Gamma up front there. We've got Theta and Delta and Sigma. And then we've got Chi floating in her cup in the back. And so far, things are going well, as per usual, with all of the fish. They were checking her out. She was checking them out, which was what happened with Gamma. And once she was put back into the tank, all was well. I always forget to turn off that salt lamp in the back, so I apologize for that. Eventually, I will figure it out in the video and turn it off. But, so yeah, I enjoy, I hope I don't bore you guys when I'm like showing just these videos of watching the sorority girls or watching Alpha. I could watch them for hours. It doesn't get boring for me. It really doesn't. So, yeah. She's such a pretty girl. I love her color. I think I'm finally going to figure out the light. Yep, there it goes. I finally figured out the light was on. So I turned it off. I don't know why I always forget it. It is ridiculous. It makes for much better lighting when that is not on. But I've been noticing fin damage on Delta as well as Theta. And they just must be, I don't know, they're establishing their pecking order or whatever they're doing. But the thing is, out of all the times that I observe them, I never see issues. So they're picking on each other or doing something to each other when I'm not watching. They're on their best behavior when I'm watching, which is hilarious to me. But hopefully they'll get over themselves and, you know, their fins will grow back. Super funny. I put a bloodworm in for Kai, and Gamma's over there trying really hard to get it. Like, I see it, but I can't get it. This is Kai's second one. She ate the other one I put in after a little bit of letting it sit. And Gamma's gonna try again. But eventually she decided it was good, so she ate it. So I figured I'd drop in another one for her. There's Sigma, all sorts of bloated, because she just had like 2 bloodworms. Even Theta gets a little bit of a bulge there after she eats. Now, he was hilarious, and I really wish that I was recording when I did it, but I dropped the bloodworm closer to here. So when he came up for it, he kind of got himself all sorts of tangled in, all sorts of tangled in here, and then the bloodworm was like across his face, and he just kind of stopped and was like, okay, let's assess this. You know, we've got to figure out how to get out of here. Because he couldn't get out of the plant. I mean, he could get out of the plant. He just was he was more concerned about getting the bloodworm. So he had the bloodworm splashed across his face, tangled up in the like leaves here. It was the funniest thing. I really wish I was recording it. He finally got himself out and, you know, started eating again, but it was so stinking funny. It was so stinking funny. Oh, Nope, it's still there. She's decided. See, everybody else wants it, and they've already had their share, and they still want to eat. She's very pretty. The dark red on her tail and her fins, and then the dark red on her head, and then a light body. I think she's super pretty. Gamma just got in the shot. She's still thinking about it. It's the same. There we go. There we go. Look at them. They want it. If I don't give out the bloodworms fast enough, because I will use a tweezer. Theta wants it. I will use a tweezer and drop one in front of every girl. But if I don't do it fast enough and they see somebody have one, they will come over, grab the other end, and there will be a tug of war over that bloodworm. So I gotta drop them in fairly quickly. She looks like she's quite enjoying. Gamma, get your tail out of the way. Oh my gosh! And they'll just do this, usually. They'll sit and they'll have it hanging out of their mouths, and then they need to find a place to hide, because this is like, come and get it, I dare you, to the other girls. Look at Gamma. She's like, I really want that. There we go. Get out of the way. You guys already ate. You had like 2 bloodworms each. You did too. Even little Zeta had 2. Oh, and this is actually her 3rd. She's got another one hanging out. I gave her one more. And she's hanging out with the 3rd one in her mouth. There we go. Excuse me. Are you like me, where you occasionally end up choking on your own saliva? That's what I just did. Oh, she's so pretty. Pretty Kai. Can't wait to add her in with everybody else. Oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna go die in peace, guys. So, talk with you later. Hey, I just wanted to add this little blurb in at the end after I was going to die from choking on my own saliva. I do that frequently, by the way. I wanted to mention, since at the beginning of the video I mentioned pottery, I just wanted to say, if any of you are interested, if you have dogs or cats and you're interested in checking out pottery, I will insert my link to my webpage in the description box. There's a lot of things available. There's dog food, cat food, treats for both. There's toys, there's beds, there's blankets, there's collars, all sorts of things. Where's this streak of light coming from? Oh. But definitely, I love pottery for the treats. I used to have Bella on pottery food, but once we got Brinley, we switched back to Earthborn. And there's nothing wrong with Earthborn. Pottery food actually gets personalized to your pet. There is a streak of light. So like, you would fill in a profile on your pet, their age, whether they're spayed or neutered, any allergies, any health issues, do they have sore joints, itchy skin, this, that, and the other. And then based on that profile that you fill in for free, Pottery comes back at you with the best recipe for your pet. So when we were getting food for Bella, we noticed that when she was on a food with chicken, she was extra itchy. She would scratch a lot. So when I said that she had itchy skin, they actually came back at me with a recipe that had turkey instead of chicken. And oh my gosh, the scratching became so much more minimal. Her dry skin wasn't as dry. So we started to conclude that, hey, she might be allergic to chicken. And surprisingly, a lot of dogs are, and people just don't realize it. But since we've switched back to Earthborn, we just get a recipe from Earthborn that doesn't have chicken in it. So it's been working out. Pottery is a pricier food. It can be a pricier food, but it has a feeding guideline on there, and it's shipped to you before you run out. So that's kind of nice when you put it on auto ship. But they don't have to eat as much as they would with some other foods because they're a lot more dense. So that is helpful. And then you're guaranteed that you're feeding them the best possible. Now, I took what I knew of the best recipe possible for my dogs, and I got that out of Earthborn. You're not really going to find that with things like IAMS or, things like that, because there's a lot more fillers in those foods. What you're getting in the pottery is all natural, which is awesome. The treats are very low calorie, which is also super cool. They come in these medallions. And for Bella, I break it up into 4s. So she thinks she's being spoiled and getting 4 treats instead of 1 when she's still just getting the 1. And 1 is 8 calories. 8 calories, guys. So we can spoil them and they're not going to get fat. They're freeze dried. They usually have a freeze dried meat and there's some veggies or fruits in them. And that's all that's in them. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing, no fillers, nothing. If it is, say, okay, I've got some downstairs that are like chicken and kale and there's something else in there. But chicken and kale and whatever else the other thing is, and I, for the life of me, can't remember right now. But that's all that's in it, and it's freeze dried. So super, super healthy. If any of you are interested in those treats, they also have seasonings. So like the whole spiel is we don't like to eat the same thing every day, neither do our pets. And sometimes you do end up getting a picky dog or a picky cat. They won't eat something else. And you can't just keep changing the flavors of their foods. They have delicate immune systems, digestive systems. So you're risking stomach upset when you're changing that. Well, you can now offer them variety with these seasonings. And the seasonings come in chicken, salmon, duck, turkey, and you can mix them too and make turducken, things like that. And my animals, my cats, my dogs, they they love it. And I sprinkle it on their existing food. I moisten up Bella's a little bit, but sprinkle it on, kind of mix it in. They love it. It's like a treat in their meal. And it's so stinking healthy for them. So if you are interested in either the seasonings or the treats or even the food, check out the website. Any purchases you make on there, they do benefit me. I get a portion. I get commission off of those. So that would be super helpful to me in funding my little obsessions like my betas and stuff like that. That would help me because my pottery card would get loaded with my commissions, and it would help you helping your pets to be healthy. In fact, my webpage is www.pawtree.com/healthypetsforlife. So I can put that up here on the screen, probably right above my head. I'll put it right above. I can't words today. I will put it right up above my head, www.pawtree.com/healthypetsforlife, and I will also put it in the description box for you. How about that? All right, I will end this now. I have to go to work in a couple of hours. I'm going to get something to eat and make sure that the rabbits have water and more hay and all that good stuff. Feed the dogs, and then I will be off. So, hope everybody has a great day, guys.